Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to learn how to remove GetResponse contact from list after Razorpay payment. I want that whenever a person is going to make the payment through Razorpay for a particular product, automatically the same person after making the payment should be removed from a specific list in my GetResponse account. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to integrate both these applications, and that we are going to do with the help of an amazing automation and integration software Pabbly Connect. Now here we have Razorpay in our trigger and GetResponse in our action. So we are going to connect both of them by using Pabbly Connect in order to automate this entire process. And to learn this entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn that how can we automatically shift a GetResponse contact from a particular list to another list whenever the payment will be captured for a particular product in Razorpay. Now, we are going to create this automation step by setting up a simple integration between Razorpay and GetResponse, and that we are going to do with the help of an amazing automation and integration software Pabbly Connect. This is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach directly by typing pabbly.com/connect, this URL in our browser. Once we will reach on this home page, we can find two options over here: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, but if you are a new user, you have to click on sign up for free button to create your free new account. And also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I'm directly clicking on sign in. And this is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created, and we can also create folders over here in order to save our workflows. As you can find, I have two folders here. In this test integrations folder, I have saved a lot of workflows. In the same manner, by creating multiple folders, you can save your workflows accordingly on the dashboard. Now, to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option given on right corner with blue color. So let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us. It is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name. Move GetResponse contact from list for Razorpay payments. Okay, after giving the name, we can also select the folder in which we want to save our workflow. So from the drop down here, I'm going to select test integrations folder, and now we will click on create. As we do that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us, trigger and action. What are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts or the two main principles on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. Whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, in any workflow, we can have only one trigger, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now, let's understand the concept of trigger and action once again with the example of this workflow. Let's say here we are going to take Razorpay in our trigger and GetResponse in our action, and we want that as soon as a payment will be captured on our Razorpay account for a particular product, automatically the response of that payment should be captured here in Pabbly Connect, and by using that response, automatically the contact should be removed from a particular list. Now here we can find that our action is the response towards our trigger. After understanding the concept of trigger and action, let's start creating this workflow step by step. First of all, we will select our trigger application, and that is Razorpay. So let's select Razorpay over here. And now we will select our trigger event. Now what is trigger event? Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to start. So we will select payment captured here in our trigger event, as we want that whenever the payment will be captured for a particular product in Razorpay, the response of that payment should be captured here in Pabbly Connect, and by using that response, the workflow should get start. Here we can find that as soon as we have done that, a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions. So we need to follow the instructions step by step in order to connect our Razorpay account with Pabbly Connect, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for sending the data from Razorpay towards Pabbly Connect. So first of all, let us copy the webhook URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. For that, let me take you towards my Razorpay account, and here we are on the dashboard of Razorpay where we have payment pages. So in order to connect Razorpay with Pabbly Connect, we will have to go towards accounts and settings from the left side, and here we can find the option of webhooks. So let's select that. As we have selected the option of webhooks, here we can find that multiple webhooks are already present over here for different purposes. Now to create and add a new webhook, we will click on this add new webhook button. And here we have to enter the details. First of all, let us enter the webhook URL in this field which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. The next is secret. If you want to enter a secret, you can do that. Then we have to select the active events. We will go back on Pabbly Connect, and here it is given that we have to select payment captured as our active events, as we have same as our trigger event also. Okay, so we will simply select payment captured over here, and then we will click on create webhook. So now we have set up the webhook successfully, and whenever now the payment will be made in Razorpay, the response of that payment will be captured automatically in Pabbly Connect. And here it is showing waiting for webhook response. That means now we have to do a test submission by making a payment for a particular product in Razorpay. So I am going to take you towards my Razorpay account, and here we will go towards payment pages. So these are the payment pages which I have in my test account because I'm working in a test mode in Razorpay. So I have test payment pages, and I'm going to make a test payment over here for this PHP programming course. Now let's suppose I sell PHP programming course through Razorpay, and I have sent a specific link for making the payment for this course to my contacts. And for that I have also created two lists over here in my GetResponse. First is for PHP programming course and the next is paid contacts. So I have existing contacts in this particular list, PHP programming course, and let's say I have sent a specific link for making the payment to these contacts. Now whenever they will make the payment by using that link, automatically the same contact will be removed from this particular list and will be added in this particular paid contact list. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a test payment over here so that we can capture the response. And here I'm going to open the link PHP programming course, the checkout link for this particular course in a new tab, and the checkout page is open. So we are going to make a test payment over here with the test details. So first of all, let us select the course. The next is the first name, last name, email, phone number, and the amount. Okay. So now we are going to make the payment. First of all, let us select the course, PHP programming course. Now we have to enter the details of the customer. Let's start with the first name, dummy. Last name will be user. And here I'm going to enter a random email. So this is the email, and now we are going to enter the phone number, a random phone number, and now we will click on pay 500 rupees. Here we can find there are multiple options to make the payment. I am going to select card over here. So because I'm making a test payment, I'm going to enter dummy card details. This is a dummy card number, a random expiry date, and the cardholder's name along with the random CVV. Okay. Now we will click on pay now. This is the OTP. And our payment is successful. So after making the payment, let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and here we have already received the response. In response, we have received all the details of the payment along with the customer details. Okay. So because we have received this response, that means our integration between Razorpay and Pabbly Connect is successful. So by using this response, now we are going to move towards our next action step. And here we are going to apply a filter. Because we receive multiple payments from Razorpay and we do not want to use each and every payment response in our workflow. Therefore, we are going to set a condition over here with the help of filter by Pabbly that will set a condition for the workflow that only if the payment is captured for PHP programming course, then the workflow is going to continue, otherwise not. So let's select our action application as filter. We will select the action event as filter values. Click on connect. And the connection is successful. So first of all, we are going to select the label of our condition, and that is going to be if the payment which we have captured is made for PHP programming course. That means we are going to select the product over here in the label from our Razorpay response is PHP programming course, and if the product name is equal to PHP programming course, I'm going to enter it manually. Then the workflow should continue further, otherwise not. Let's click on save and send test request to check the condition, and it is successful. Why? Because we have made the payment for PHP programming course. But in case if we will receive the payment for any other product apart from PHP programming course in the response, then this workflow will stop here only. Okay, so we will move further now, and we will click on add action step button. If the payment is made for PHP programming course, our next step is to search the customer whether the person already exists as a contact in GetResponse or not. So here in our action application, we are going to select GetResponse. And now in the action event, we will select search contact via email. Okay, let's click on connect. And now from the given options, I am going to select add new connection to build a new connection with my GetResponse account. Here we have to enter our API key. So we will click on this hyperlink to find the API key. And now we are going to click on generate API key button. Okay, let's give a name. Let's say new test key, and we'll click on generate. Okay, so the key is generated over here. Let's copy it and we will paste it over here in this field. Done. Let's click on save. And with this, our GetResponse account is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So we will move further, and here it is asking us for the email of the person to whom we want to search in GetResponse. So we have received the email from our Razorpay response. We are going to simply map the email. Now what is mapping? Mapping is inserting the data from previous step. Here we have our previous steps. We will select Razorpay as we want the data from it. And here are all the details related to the Razorpay response. Okay. So we want email. Email is given over here. We have selected it and it is mapped. Now, because we have mapped this email, it is going to be replaced with each and every response. That means now whenever a new payment will be captured from Razorpay here in Pabbly Connect, automatically the email is going to be replaced with a new email of that new person who have made the payment. But in case if we will enter it manually, then it will become static and it is not going to change with each and every response. Therefore, wherever in the workflow we want that data should get replaced automatically, there we map the data. Okay, so let's click on Save and Send Test Request to check. And here we have received the response along with the contact ID. That means this particular contact exists in our GetResponse account. Okay, so we will move further now. And once again, we are going to apply a condition in this workflow that only if the contact ID exists in GetResponse, the workflow should continue further, otherwise not. So we will click on this Add Action Step button once again. And here the action step is added. So once again, we are going to select filter over here and we will select filter values as our action event. Now we are going to set the condition that if we will receive this contact ID and the filter type will be exist. That means if this particular ID which we have received from our earlier response exists in GetResponse, then the workflow should continue, otherwise not. Let's click on Save and Send Test Request. And here our condition is true. So we have set the condition. Now we will move further and we will click on this Add Action Step button once again. And now what we are going to do, we are simply going to remove this contact which exists in GetResponse from one list. That means we are going to remove this contact from PHP for programming course. And then we are going to add one more action step and we are going to add the same contact in this paid contact list. Okay, so let's go back and here I'm going to again search for GetResponse as our action application. And now we are going to select the action event as delete the contact. Okay, let's click on connect. And here we will go with the existing connection only as we have already built the connection. Let's click on save. And once again, GetResponse is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking us for the contact ID. The contact ID which we have received from our earlier response, that is from GetResponse. So here we are simply going to map that contact ID. But in order to map the data in this field, first of all, we will have to turn this mapping button on. And now we are going to delete this existing data from here and I will simply map the ID which we have received. So because we have mapped this ID, it has become dynamic now and it is going to be changed with each and every response. Let's click on Save and Send Test Request. And here we have received the response. So because we have received this response without any error, let's go and check towards GetResponse and we will check in our list whether the contact is deleted from there or not. So this is my list PHP for programming. And we can find that the contact is deleted from this particular list. Now, what is our next motive? Our next motive is to add the same contact in paid contact list. So let us click on this Add Action Step button. And here again, we are going to select GetResponse as our action application. And in our action event, we will select Create a Contact. Let's click on Connect. We will go with the existing connection only. And now after building the connection successfully, we will have to enter the details in these fields so that we can create a new contact in our desired list. Okay, so first of all, it is asking us for the campaign. This means the list in which we want to create a new contact. Here from the drop down, we can find that I have three options over here. I want to create a new contact in this paid list. Okay, let's select the paid list over here. In the same manner, you have to select your own list from the drop down. Then it is asking us for the name of the contact. So what we are going to do, we will simply map the data from Razorpay response here in this field. And here we want name, first name and last name are given over here. Let us first of all map the first name. And in the same manner, we are going to map the last name also. Done. The next is email. So we will map the email also. And here some of the details are not mandatory, so I am ignoring them for now. The next field is the tag ID. Now here in this field, we have to select the tag which we want to assign to this contact. So I only have created one tag in my GetResponse account, which is already selected as paid. Okay. At last, I'm simply going to click on Save and Send Test Request. And here we have once again received the response. So we will go and check on the paid contact list whether the contact is added in the same list or not. And we can find that dummy user is added in this particular list automatically. Okay, the origin is API. So this means that our workflow is perfectly successful and we have successfully built an integration between Razorpay and GetResponse. Now what we are going to do after creating the workflow, we are going to test this workflow once again. I'm going to make a payment for PHP programming course in Razorpay once again with another details, that is with the details of another contact, let's say for this test user. And then we will check whether automatically this contact is deleted from this list and added in paid contact list or not. So let's go back towards Razorpay and we will make the payment once again. This is PHP programming course. We will copy the link and open it in a new tab. Let me select the course name and I will enter the details. Test user. Okay. Okay, after entering all the details, let's click on pay. I will select the card. These are the card details. We'll click on pay now and our payment is successful. So we will go back on get response and here we will check in the PHP for programming list first. And there is not a single contact left in this particular list. So this means that the contact is deleted automatically. Now we will check in the paid contact list. And automatically we can find that the test user is added in this particular paid contact list. This means that our workflow is running perfectly fine. So we will go back towards Pabbly Connect and we will summarize what we have done here in this workflow. So we have taken 6 simple steps over here, trigger and 5 actions. In trigger, we have taken Razorpay and in actions, we have taken filter by Pabbly and GetResponse. And we have connected all of them by using Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever a new payment will be captured in Razorpay for a particular product, automatically by using the response of that payment, first of all, the contact will be searched in GetResponse. And if that person will be an existing contact of GetResponse, then automatically first, the contact will be deleted from a particular list and will be added into another specific list. Okay, in this way, very easily by following the same steps, you can create this automation and this is going to help you to automatically move a particular contact and get response from one list to another. So this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can directly reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe our channel to learn more such automations.